Adonis is a master's in investment analysis from the Sterling University with a major in economics and finance. He has researched extensively through his thesis the efficiency of cryptocurrency markets and worked as an alternative investment manager before co-founding RENOVI, in which he currently leads the idea creation and management department. He is a futurist and a metaverse NFT advocate. I'm not quite sure if you're aware of the terms. What we hope to do is introduce you to the terms today and enjoys sharing views and ideas about how the future will change our current studies. I believe we're going to see a very interesting subject from Adonis, and I want to welcome you and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. Okay, Adonis, the floor is all yours.
Hi everyone. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that I was going to present. I thought it was going to be something, but in the show we did, no problem at all. This is what we created here. So what is RENOVI, right? Ooh, going to the sixth space. Okay, let's see how it works. Yeah. All right. I'll take it a bit. I won't go to the second slide first. I'll go to what is RENOVI. Yeah. So RENOVI is actually the first NFT marketplace, the first NFT marketplace for architects and designers. And we want to enable the architects to build an open and interoperable metaverse. And I'll touch on every buzzword that I've said, by the way, and I'll explain everything we do here. So let's go back one slide. And I have here NFTs. So in really simple terms, NFTs is the title for any digital creation that you create. Okay? That's it. Nothing else. It's proof on the blockchain. I'm going into really much detail and technical analysis about what it is, but let's keep it simple. It's simply your title. Just like you own your car, you can own something digital. So a lot of your work that you're creating could be an NFT, and you could own it. So yeah, so this is what we're building. RENOVI actually derives from the word renovation, which is the Latin word for reverb. But when we're creating this, we're trying to think of new ways to and ideas for the architects, right? So to put something in your mind, it's a bit out there, the topic for architects, and some really like to build, and I get it, but some really like to design, and this is what we're building this for. So what is the problem? The problem that we're trying to solve with RENOVI is currently in the NFT space. Every marketplace that exists, it's like an eBay. Everything under the sun is out there. And you know that architects want to have their own special place where they can exhibit their work amongst their peers. They want to create a marketplace that is just for them. And to that research that we're creating, we see that architects also have other problems as well, such as they have bigger files that weren't able to be captured by other marketplaces, or they have more diverse file formats because they use Unity, Unreal Engine, Sketchfab, AutoCAD, you name it, it's there. I mean, I know some of them, but there's so many surreal. So that's one of the problems that we're trying to solve with RENOVI. And obviously that's what we're solving, and that's what we're doing. It's a niche marketplace, that's for the architects, and it's also allowing you to upload as much big designs as you want. I think up to 10 gigabytes if I'm not mistaken. And you can upload anything that you want as an architect. Then you can make it into an NFT. So I have a couple of competitors here and how it works. I mean, they're not really competitors, they're doing a really great job within the NFT space. OpenSea is really good when it comes to any generic artist that is upcoming and they want to publish their work. Synchro is doing really good job in curating work. But most of them, unfortunately, they're not for architects. If the architects are not a big share of what they have on their marketplaces. So that's why we're creating RENOVI. So who has seen Ready Player One? No? Nobody? Matrix? Tron? Nothing? Right, something like that. Okay, June maybe? Something? Right. So, between June? Okay. June is kind of here with regards to what we're trying to build with regards to scale and imagination. But Ready Player One, to give you an example, this character here waits, missing dystopian future, and his only way to escape is by wearing his goggles and entering the metaverse. Okay? So he's entering the metaverse and he's able to socialize, meet people, watch movies, drive cars, everything you cannot do in the dystopian future. Now, what is also included in that film is really great looking and the space that he's able to walk within and interact with. And that's what we want the architects and 3D designers to build for us, is that space. And that space is actually called the metaverse, which you hear everywhere lately. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg made it really famous, but it really existed before Mark Zuckerberg, the first, although he renamed his company Meta. So you have other platforms over there that are working on the metaverse. For example, Spatial is a really nice alternative to Zoom, where you're able to meet with other people in the form of your avatar, and you can work within a space, and you can present within a space. And that space, and this is what me and my brother usually play around with, it can be any space that any architect could design or any 3D designer could design. So if you feel like, I don't want Google Meet or Zoom meeting again, you could easily have a meeting in Spatial, one of the designs that you created. It's really cool. Sandbox, they're dealing with options, but we've seen some amazing designs on houses and everything in between on Sandbox. Decentraland is probably one of the most famous metaverse platforms out there because probably it's the closest to a nice 3D design, although it's lower fidelity than it should be. Okay, and something else in between. Now, what is really interesting is the metaverse. We're starting to see higher fidelity metaverses that will be really interesting for architects. So it means your amazing design that you're creating, right? They could really become the metaverse that will interact with you. It's that you're in and you can experience and socialize. It's not going to be just a gamified version that is more realistic and it doesn't feel interesting. It can be photorealistic. And that's what we're seeing from newer platforms that are coming. I don't have them here because I will be updating this every single day, so I was going to update with the latest metaverse platforms. But we're getting there. It's going to get interesting for architects really soon. So avatars, that's really interesting. So since I'm educating a bit about what the metaverse is, we need to think how you interact with the metaverse. And depending on what type of business you're going to have within the metaverse, you're going to have the respective avatar to go with it. For example, if you're having a meeting in Teams, which is going to also have avatars, your avatar is going to be more realistic. It's more business-like, so you need to be more serious, so you're going to have a more realistic avatar. But if you're going to have fun with your friends in a space where you've created, you don't need to be real. You can be anything you wish, right? I don't know, the word is your oyster. So you can be as fantastic as this duck over here or anything you want. And what we're seeing lately as well is companies such as Gucci or Dolce & Gabbana, they're starting to create digital clothes for your avatars. And it's really like getting really hot with something over there. Might be moving away from architecture, but I'll bring it back with digital life. So what we've seen in the metaverse is that the model copies the real life. So we have land, just like we have real land, we have digital land as well, and you're able to hold, sell it, rent it out, whatever you want, just like what you do in the digital space. The only difference is you do not have a central authority to stop you from doing anything you want. And also, for example, Net Park, one of the metaverses that we've seen before, this one, has sold $12 million worth of land in minutes. I mean, land is up for grabs lately, and it's the hottest topic around. But you have avatars and you have lands. You have sales of land like this one, and this one should have been updated by the way because 3 days ago there was an even bigger sale of $2.4 million worth of land. All right, so you have avatars and you have land. What are we missing? And that's what is really interesting. Real estate. Digital real estate. That's where you're coming in, right? So this creation, not my favorite creation, I'm going to say it out loud. It was created by Krista King. It was sold for $500,000, and it was the House of Mars. And it's a place where she wants to experience the metaverse in this place. That's her digital house. I think we can do better, okay, for sure. We can definitely do better. Every architect that sees has a weird jumper, you know, they laugh about it. But I think, okay, this was the first creation. It was the first one to showcase that we have avatars, we have land, we need something with two where we're going to have all the interaction. And that's why we have digital real estate. Now, moving along, we're starting to see more architects and getting into this metaverse topic and into what the metaverse could be for them. We're starting to see even better creations coming along, which is really exciting for me. So why, as architects, as creators, we should care? I think we're flipping the model of architecture on its head. So, I mean, fair enough, we have established architects and they're doing amazing work, and nobody can take that away from them. But we're thinking also the younger and upcoming architects that are maybe in the university or doing a master's, how could they, you know, monetize their designs while they're in the university. And that's exactly this. You make your design into an NFT, you show it to the world, it's metaverse compatible as well, it has some sort of utility, so you're able to sell it to the digital world, which is NFTs in the metaverse. So in addition to that, it's a new way for you guys, for architects, to engage with the audience, right, and build a frame around you and what you're creating, which is really interesting. And you solidify your digital presence in a brand new ecosystem, which is something new. And what's next? So going back to RENOVI and what we're building, so what I said before, it was for the younger talent that we can see over there as well. It's not only about the established architects that are creating already and they have their designs, but it's also for the younger talent. And my idea is the younger talent has not been institutionalized yet. They haven't worked within the industry. They're not limited by planning permissions. I don't know what's allowed by gravity. Their creations can be as good as they want. And so you can create anything you want. So we're creating a platform where you can market those designs, auction them, create your bio so you can sell yourselves. We're going to have competitions and ways to explore those designs. And then we want to sell them to crypto enthusiasts, collectors, and everybody in between. So you can place them either on the metaverse, on immersive galleries, AR, VR, etc. Now, okay, one thing is the metaverse, but you might be thinking, you might be collecting this, right? And it's crazy enough to collect houses and buildings. Actually, there's two at the moment, Republic, Neon, and Metaverse Group. They are collecting land at the moment, but they're starting to get into the digital real estate, and they want to collect some of the biggest and most interesting digital real estate that is out there, because they think this is the next the next step for the internet. So how it works, bear with me. It might be Chinese to you, not a problem. Chinese to me as well in the first time that I've done it. Okay, so our application is decentralized. So that means you need a special wallet in order to work, in order to be able to connect to the blockchain. So that special wallet is usually MetaMask, as you see over there. I think this is the pointer. There you go. So MetaMask. So the way to interact with the platform is that any NFT that you create is called an MSc 721. That means NFT in plain English, to be honest, which you can mint on our platform. Now, the interesting part of all this is what we put as the back of our platform in order to make all this work. Now, what I mean about that is that IPFS functionality interplanetary file system, okay, it means it allows you to mint and make anything into an NFT, and it can be as large as you want. And also it allows you to mint and make everything into an NFT that is any file format. And in addition, we're adding this immutable X functionality, so everything that you mint will be really low cost. So adding to the previous point that I said before, the student will be able to mint as many NFTs and establish themselves without paying the high costs that are added because of interacting with the smart contracts. And how the platform looks like. Okay, people will say, well, it's not architecture like yet, but we're going to improve it. But I think it looks really well. It gives a really good idea of what we're trying to create. And what I usually fix here is, and I started saying that as a joke, but I think a lot of people understand it better. I think of the metaverse as playing Sims. You know, has anybody played Sims when they were younger? You, right? You as well. Okay, so the metaverse is Sims, all right? And everybody's playing it. Now, what I'm creating is the marketplace where you just build your house. That's it, the digital house. How many people spend more time building their house instead of playing with their avatars? I did. Okay, that's exactly it. All right? We just put it on steroids. We just made it a lot bigger for the whole digital community. It looks like this. You can showcase what you're building, say a bit about what you're building, and also who you are, etc. Yeah, a few more pictures about our platform as well. And a roadmap. Okay, so technically we're live. We're in beta version. Our marketplace is out there, but we're implementing some solutions which are saying they're gonna more functionality to it, which is layer 2 solution for cheaper minting, as we said before, and the more file format functionality, which is going to help all the architects. We already have a really active community, which is all architects actually on our Telegram channel, and they're already adding feedback every single day. I want this, have you seen this, what about this? Everything under the sun. It's like I cannot stop writing comments and feedback every day. We're also at a strategic round, so we're raising some money, and then we're going to improve with API functionality, so we're going to integrate into those layers platforms so you can push the architect's designs straight into the buyer, who is going to be able to purchase those designs, and many more on the way. Okay, and the piece of art. Oh, that's me. I look better than in person. Andy, another of our co-founder. Jacob is based here in Cyprus, which is our CTO. He's built more than 5 blockchain companies by now, so he's really averse in what we're doing. And what is also interesting is Stavros, which is a senior architect in Square Partners, and also worked and lectured in Bath University for quite a bit, so he knows his way around architecture, to help with other architecture students, to get a lot of input into what it needs to do, what is important, what is less important. Yeah, so we're building this technically based out of Cyprus and London together. Some of our advisors are Christiana, myself as well, and many more. And we've been featured in a few publications up to now, but I think my goal is the Zine. At some point I'm going to be in there. They're already talking about probably metaverse and NFTs, architecture journal, even replay, maybe, software, who knows. So that's it. I try to keep it short. I don't know what.
Great. I think
how was my time?
perfect.
Perfect. So, let's agree. What's the question? Anything. I don't mind.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.